we're about to get real personal. We accidentally get trapped there.
Yeah.
So where do we want to start? 2023.
I suppose we should start how we always start.
By the way, I'm Selena, and this is my husband Kamal. And this is The City and Beyond, where we like to teach and inspire full-time employees to be the best part-time travelers. If you're enjoying this content, make sure you like it and share it with a friend.
I'm Kamal.
I'm Selena.
And we are The City and Beyond.
Yeah.
You might have been wondering, if you're a true blue subscriber, where we have been. We have put up a few videos, but if you're wondering how and why we fell off the earth, if you've been watching, you should kind of know.
If you follow us on Instagram, we've definitely been updating things on there. It's 2023 has been a roller coaster,
Yes.
to say the least. And so we thought, why not just do what we like to do and sit down and talk to you guys?
Yes.
So we're here
So we're
in
here.
real time. Not a year behind.
So we've had several big changes, both professionally, on the channel, and just in life in general. And I think the most obvious one, again, if you've been watching, you should kind of know, because these videos are never in real time. We had a baby.
Yeah, so if you've been watching some of our videos that we have put up in 2023, I'm pregnant in most of them, even though those videos are from 2022. When I was pregnant, our son was born in February 2023. And I think he makes an appearance in our Tap Portugal review video, because we were like, we really need to get this video out and we need to sit down and do it. So if he wakes up, kind of like right now, he's taking a nap. And we were like, if he takes a nap and he wakes up during it, we got to keep going.
Yeah.
So in that video, he makes a little appearance, has his little bottle, is in the back seat and stuff like that. I don't even remember how old he is in that video.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember. But our son's name is Auckland, which is, for those who don't know, a city in New Zealand, which we visited in our honeymoon. There's a video on that. There's a whole series of our honeymoon in New Zealand.
Yes.
It was a great trip, 2019, right before COVID dropped the bomb.
Yeah, if we had known, we would have just stayed.
I don't know if we could have.
True. Visa's on air for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We accidentally get trapped there.
Yeah.
Auckland is a little traveler already. Obviously, we're not in our house. We did not move. We're actually in Pennsylvania, which, so funny. We were in the city during COVID.
Yeah.
For a couple of sit-down videos that we recorded, or one video, and we had a sit-down video that we recorded in this part of Pennsylvania 2 years ago now. Almost 2 years ago now. No, more.
No.
More, like three.
3 years ago.
Because it's 2020, right?
Yeah, 3 years ago. We did two videos, one sit down and one like the area that we were in. Yeah.
So I'll link all these videos we're mentioning. Lancaster video, and I think it was like budgeting for travel or something like that video. And
much like this birth announcement and our trickle of videos, because I think right now the most recent video is Selena's second trimester. Surprise, surprise, and we're not going to tell you when. Our son is almost 1 year old. So as you can tell, we are pretty far behind on videos. We've had lots of trips and adventures in between that time.
Yeah, we definitely have. Our little baby traveler has gone international, which we made a little reel when he got his passport.
Yes.
His little passport, his first passport. We were very excited.
Actually, one of the coolest things he's done is he's gotten global entry. And obviously we can't film that because it's a security risk.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty cool.
The funniest, coolest thing is, if you see his global entry card, it's like not really even his face because they could barely get it with the little camera. But when we were going through security, they say you have to walk up to the booth with your baby, and the security guard was like, "No, hold him up to the camera, see if it works." And scary enough, It did.
worked. Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, I know exactly who
I
that
just
is.
like put him. I think it was me. Yeah, I picked him up and,
And
put
put
him
him
in front
in-
of my face.
Yeah.
and it like did its thing, and it was like, "Yep, cleared." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird, but hey,
Technology, right?
Technology, and it was a very long line. So yeah, but anyway,
Yeah. Parent flow. We make a list for everything now because we're just gonna forget.
yeah,
So the things that are in the queue is we've been to Portland, Oregon.
yeah. We still don't have those videos. That's the end of 2022.
Yep.
I'm still pregnant.
Yes.
But we do travel with our nephew and Brian and Gabriella, who you met on the channel before.
Yes.
And we had one of our biannual, right?
Yes.
Biannual New Year's Eve trips.
Yes.
So we've done a couple that we've
A few.
recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, our Southwest trip, Four Corners, and now Portland, I guess, is the next one.
Yes.
'Cause I don't think we recorded Toronto.
We did not, but we did do Tennessee. We did Nashville.
Nashville,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
little bit of a choppy video. We had to do that. Sorry, Nashville. We did you dirty on that one.
Yeah.
It was not a really full video.
It's okay. So we have Portland, Oregon, and then we have Delaware.
Yes.
We have Maryland.
Maryland.
We went to upstate New York.
Yeah, that was Auckland's very first overnight
Yep.
trip.
We have Tennessee. We went to
Knoxville.
We
That was a
have
family trip too.
we have New Orleans because you already know.
Obviously. So that was Auckland's first trip
Yeah.
to New Orleans, which
And
was
Auckland
really
got to meet his great grandmother on Daddy's side, and we went to Jamaica.
good. Jamaica. Yeah, and
So,
Jamaica.
He got his first little stamp in his
And
passport.
great uncle. He said he met a few people
He's
actually in
been-
Jamaica.
Yeah, he did. I got
Yeah.
a decent amount of family still there,
Yeah.
chilling. You know what it is, island flow.
Island flow. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So those are videos. I don't know if we have a lot of footage from all of them, but we definitely have a few of them in the queue to go out in 2024 since we didn't get to put it out in 2023. Yeah. But
Yeah.
those are the trips that we took. Baby Auckland has been very busy
Yes, he has.
on the travel front, aka we have been. We just
Yeah.
haven't been able to get them out there fast enough.
And here's a spoiler for you. He is a great traveler.
Yeah.
He does not really freak out on the plane. I think the first two flights he took going, not coming, he like pooped immediately when we hit the sky.
Yes.
But
Yes.
other than that, he does really good. He sleeps for a portion of the trip, and then he's kind of like looking at the window, crawling over mommy and daddy, and
Yeah.
just being the cutest baby that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not my opinion. This is what other people have told us.
Yeah, flight attendants or people, other
Just random
parents
people
around who
in
have
general,
older kids
yeah.
are like, man, I wish my kid was that good on a plane when
Yeah.
he was. They always think he's older.
Oh no, I was talking about him being the cutest.
Oh, the
Yeah,
cutest.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. It's okay. It's all right.
He's the cutest.
It's
He
all
is
right.
really
I'm
cute.
sorry you're gonna miss it because he can't consent to video, so we're not gonna put him in.
We won't. Well, that's a different point. But yeah.
You can see the back of his head. But anyway, we'll get to
So besides having our beautiful son in 2023, making it a very peak year, obviously from the start,
Yeah.
we also had, and some of you know this because of posts on Instagram, we also actually very quickly after or soon after his birth, we lost someone very close to us,
Yeah.
specifically Kamau, but us in general. You want to talk more about it, or do you want me to keep going?
No, I can say it. So my dad died not too long after Auckland. He was sick for a while, but he was doing really good, and then it was cancer. Because I mean, I feel like everyone's kind of dealing with that now for whatever reason. And if anyone who has seen someone with that sort of diagnosis where they basically say there's nothing you can do, he declined pretty quickly. He like had his faculties about him. He was good, and then all of a sudden, like he couldn't really walk anymore, and he spent a really long time in the hospital. And as a result of him being in the hospital, he couldn't see Auckland. It was just horrible, horrendous timing.
Yeah.
So lots of pictures and what have you, and so he knew he was there, and a lot of my dad's side of the family says Auckland looks like Dad in sorts of way, and before we even knew that it was going to get that bad with Dad, we had already decided that Auckland was going to get a piece of Dad's name. Not for you to know because there's too many stalkers out there,
Yeah.
but they're always connected, and I miss Dad every day, but we're gonna do right by him by doing it as big as possible. But
Yeah.
so that kind of was also like a big speed bump
Yeah.
in life in general. Things kind of came to an abrupt halt, and I don't know if you're gonna keep this in or not, but if you have any loved ones that are older, and we're all getting older, it'd be good if they had some things in place. Dad had like some preliminary things in place, and it was still kind of a mess, as morbid as it seems. And that was a challenge in and of itself, trying to clean up everything, which also made everything kind of just like shut down for us. That had to like,
That was another job.
that was a
Yeah.
completely other full-time job at that,
Yeah.
trying to get everything in order and everything that involved in it. And people change when somebody dies, and a lot of things happened as a result of that. I know it's very ambiguous, but I feel like if anybody has gone through it, yeah, you know exactly
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. But thankfully, it's mostly over now. Like, there's always going to be something that pops up when these things happen, but it's good. It's been really rough for me. It's been really rough on Selena. She's been like an amazing, great spouse. People always ask this whenever I say that. My dad and I were very close. He was amazing, and I know I'm biased, but he was the greatest dad ever. But
Now you're the greatest dad ever.
now I'm the greatest dad ever. He had to make room. He was just like, "Nah, I'm gonna let you shine," in true dad fashion.
I would say, not to cut you off.
No,
sorry,
you're good. You're
But
good. I'll
yeah,
ramble.
so we had that, and like the not so like fun part of also having Auckland. I know a lot of.
Gotta point right towards you.
I know a lot of. There was actually a few YouTube people that we kind of like. We don't know, but like we watch and like chat every once in a while. Like the Travel Beans, Flying the Nest.
Yeah,
Ryan, Louie,
kimchi and beans.
Kimchi and Beans.
Yeah.
Like everybody had babies kind of the same time.
Yeah.
I think Auckland's closest in age to the other three.
Yeah, and then several of our friends as well.
Yeah, just had kids. Like,
Yeah,
on
like
a
what-
personal level. Yeah, then we know people who just had kids like either 3 months after, but like really
1 month
close. One before. Yeah, like it's very.
it's very,
and they're all
very, very
boys.
close.
It's so
very,
funny.
very close.
So it was a lot of so I know a lot of people have shared their stories very intimately. I've thought about sharing like my birth story or like some footage which I might clip in. Kamal's over there in his dad chair with his hoodie on. You changed to his sweats and his chanclas. I got
It's like 10 degrees outside, but for some reason
because I was hot. Get the blanket, Kamal. Get the blanket. I'm hooked up here. I'm hooked up here.
I'm fine outdoors.
There's all this going on. He's gonna fall asleep first. Here, like here and there about, you know, like labor. I was induced, but I don't know. I just felt like the most I'm gonna share is what I'm gonna share now. Is that was also the hard part about what happened with, you know, Kamal's dad dying, because we had just gone through also a little bit of trauma with Auckland being born.
Yeah.
And so Like, I lost a lot of blood and had to go to the emergency room. Much like, what's her name? Emma from Travel Beans. Her
Yeah.
story is actually very close to kind of like what happened to me. So that's what kind of encouraged me to like, maybe I should say something too, because people like feel like they're alone and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what I'll say is that I'm not going to go on and on about what actually, like, the full length of what happened, but it was pretty traumatic. It was a pleasant birth, and then it had a little bit of a gray cloud once I lost, like, a lot of blood and had to go to the emergency room. But then soon after, a couple weeks later, as we're healing from being a little, like, PTSD and being traumatized from that,
Yeah.
his dad died. So it kind of felt like
Yeah.
I almost, like, not that I was gonna, like, who knows, but like, not that I was about to die, but like the fear of it happening, I guess, was more so present.
Yeah.
And then someone actually did pass, so I felt like it kind of lingered longer because we just had that build up.
Yeah.
We also had a scare with Auckland a couple months after, I think, like, actually a month after that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make this the whole video, but let me tell you something, right? I don't, like, pride myself on being, like, very masculine. I try not to hold in my emotions, but, like, it's a thing that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you right now, I have never cried more than the first 3 months from when Auckland was born.
It's true.
It's, like,
Yeah,
not
true.
even remotely possible that anybody can cry more within that time frame.
Yeah.
For very different reasons.
Like happiness
Yeah,
to sadness,
fear. It was all
like
over
frustration.
the place.
It's all over the place.
It was
yeah.
so much.
Yeah. On a lighter note, like, even related still to like that time frame, like, I actually ended up having like a good 6 months off from work, and I know there's a lot of conversation about not having much time off of work in America, but actually I ended up like 5 months, and I split the last month as like part-time, like working part-time, so I can kind of figure out like working and being a mom. And my job's been very understanding when I have to take time off.
Yeah.
It's been great, actually.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just, my company is very liberal and very understanding, and is very female dominant.
Yeah.
So that's probably also part of it. But
my job is not anywhere near as what do the kids say now? Nowhere near as woke. Yeah, my job is nowhere near as woke. But they allowed me to have 3 months paternity leave.
Yeah.
Unpaid.
But yeah.
And for those wondering, this will answer your questions on how we do it. We're very good at saving, and we
Yeah.
always have been.
Yeah.
And so we knew we had enough of a cushion, and it would cost way more to hire somebody.
So we didn't need childcare for the first like 8 to 9 months of
Yeah.
Auckland's life.
Yeah.
It was just us.
It was just us.
Yeah.
Full time, which was amazing. Absolutely. I wouldn't trade it for anything
Yeah.
in the world. And I mean, to be
So that's a little peak of the international, other
Little
countries.
peak.
They
Peak.
have like all this
Yeah.
time and support from their
Yeah.
government and stuff. But that was our little
Well,
American version.
I'll be fair. They paid me a little bit. I'm technically entitled to more. There's litigation going on right now. I'm joking. No, but seriously, they did, just not for the full. Selena got paid for the entire
yeah.
time. I only got paid for a portion. It was like, I can't remember the number, so I'm not gonna like make it up on the spot. But it was like they would pay for like a third of the time, and then the rest was unpaid. So a lot of people don't wind up taking it. But because of that bit that they paid, I was like, I'll just take off.
Yeah.
I'll just take off, and then we'll reset.
It was worth it.
Completely worth it.
If you do have questions about like if you're a pregnant mom or parent, or your spouse is pregnant and you're a little fearful about like the outcomes of birth, or you just need another voice of reason, is that how people say
That
it? Like
is it, yes.
a voice of reason, and just need want a little extra support, please feel free to like message us on Instagram. I think it's a little harder on YouTube. Maybe not. We don't want to put a comment on a video that
Yeah,
they
on
can
the
see.
back end of the channel, you can send us an email. Also,
yeah.
we will always respond
Yeah.
to emails.
Yeah, just put something in the subject line so we know that what it's related to, so we can see it quicker.
Because we get a lot of cold emails about
collaborations
nonsense.
and stuff. Yeah.
Collaborations.
Yeah.
Let me not get into that.
Email, Instagram, message us are the best ways. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna say about that, and we just wanted to like be open about like that. This is part of why 2023 was so hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and so great at the same time.
For 2024, looking ahead to the future, right? When you see it, it will be this year, but when we're recording it, it's next year. We do have trips planned. I can't emphasize enough how we didn't really slow down. We kind of just deviated. We still just like went places. It just became a little bit more challenging
to record
and
edit
and go to a lot of the like we had this like pact sort of where it was like, okay, so if we don't have a kid this year, these are the places we're gonna go. All of that got thrown out of the window because like say we wanted to go to some African country, there's like vaccinations you need to have and what have you, and you can't just bombard a 3-month-old with all of these and go. I'm sure some people do. I don't know,
it just got really bright.
But we do have plans
for 2024. Like one of my goals is that we go to 4 new countries for me and Kamau.
Yes.
Before Auckland turns 2, because if you know, airlines lap infants are free, or you just pay a portion or tax, whatever. So we're hoping, that's my hope, because 4 more countries means that we'll have 20 countries under our belt, which I'm really excited about. For some people that may be like, oh, so cute, your first 20 countries, but for others it might be like, dang, that's a lot of countries. And then you might be some people might be somewhere in the middle. So I'm hoping that we can get to 20 before he's 2. So we need 4 new countries.
That will not be 20 for him. I just want to emphasize that.
No, for him it'll be like 5-ish,
yeah.
Because he's already gone to 1. And we have a plan for another one, Canada, of course. That'll be his second one.
Yes.
So,
one of our many home away from homes.
The other goal that I have, which I don't think we'll get to before he's 2, but I'm keeping in mind. But if you've seen on Instagram, I've talked about how much of the U.S. we've seen. And we're missing 2 southern states, Alabama and Mississippi, which Kamal's not about. Which I know that I can't blame him, and I know a lot of other people, like, I can't blame him for not wanting to go.
Listen, if you live in Alabama or Mississippi and you want to give me like a different perspective, and when I say you live in Alabama, I don't want to hear about somebody in Birmingham or Mobile.
Oh yeah.
All right? Neither one of you, okay? I know those are good. It's
Birmingham.
Birmingham and Mobile, right? I don't want to hear from either one of you. I want to hear from the people outside of that. Give me a reason to go. Give me a reason to go.
Why? If you could go to those 2.
Listen, when people think New York, they think New York City. But we all know that there are other things there. Buffalo has a sports team, for God's sakes, and people don't even think about that. Okay?
True.
All right? Syracuse, top basketball team. They're like 5th in the conversation. Okay? So, I don't want to hear, and I live in a metropolitan area. I don't want to hear from the people inside the city. I want to hear from people outside of that. What is there for me to see in Mississippi and Alabama? I can't even think of a city in Mississippi for me to say, I don't want to talk to you about it. It's one of those places that I just don't think about that often. Maybe I'm biased. Help me out. Thank you very much.
Well, hopefully we go there at some point. We will go. It's just figuring out how and the situation and safety, obviously, because I don't want it to feel awkward or, if you know, you know. Like, we are brown at the end of the day. So, so the 4 countries and those 2 states are really high on my list right now. What those 4 countries are going to be, we're not really sure yet. But in 2024, We have so far, like I said, Canada. We're gonna go to Montreal next month, actually. And well, not next month. It's not January yet, and right as we're recording, it's New Year's Eve. So February.
Yep.
And then we're kind of working on one other country, but we won't talk about it just yet. We just want to figure out the logistics.
Yeah.
And then that'll be another country. And then we're going to go back to Jamaica this fall.
Yes.
Again. So really we would have one new country for me and Kamau. And I'm trying to squeeze in maybe one other one. And then we'll be close to like our timeline, but might just miss the whole 4-country thing by 2 years old. But we'll see. Ooh, it is sunny in there. Look at it. I'm looking at the monitor.
It's sunny.
It got sunny. It was like almost black and white because like it was dark in there.
Yeah.
And now it's like all color.
I'm like checking if he's awake. He's like stirring a little bit.
The next topic, or continuing topic. So what is the future of the city and beyond? I know a lot of people have seen other YouTube influencer, travel influencers have kids and then like completely go into the family travel aspect. And I think that for us, it won't be family travel, but obviously traveling with your family is a big portion of being an employee. Like employees have families. And so having a kid, having a child does affect that. And I think that we're going to talk more about that as employees or part-time travelers versus just family travel. Yeah. We're not going to become a full family travel channel. It'll be more so the influence. We just want to inspire people that like, hey, use what you got.
Yeah.
Your itinerary looks a little different. Use these hacks, use these tips and tricks, use these products.
And while there's nothing wrong with it,
yeah,
you don't need to go on a cruise every time.
You don't need to go on a cruise. Yeah, so
and you also don't need to go when the school year is out. Just ask the teacher for the homework. I mean, I'm sure people are like, you can say that now because he's so small. Yes, I can. And
yeah,
we'll see if
and
that
we'll
changes.
see what happens.
Yeah.
We have seen other parents do similarly, like what Kamal's talking about. So we're hoping to be a support system, inspiration for those people who are in those situations. That's why I created the 3-trimester video series about traveling while pregnant, because I know that some people are apprehensive about that as well. So we'll just do things like that to kind of continue to encourage our audience. And so if there's any topics that you're curious about, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. Because we might be slow in making videos, but we'll add them to like our queue, the ones that seem to be the most popular.
Yes. So for the longest time, Selena has this like ongoing joke about me. How I'm the Jersey. He's chilling, probably because it's bright in the room.
He's like, where's everybody?
Wait, but where is everybody? He's not upset yet. I'll wait till he actually gets upset.
He's rubbing his eyes like,
He's like, interesting. So we did an interview once, and I described myself as unapologetically Jersey, and we were going to do a nice little series on that, because there's a lot of things in New Jersey that like we love, and I've somewhat converted Selena to the point where someone was asking for things to do in New York, and she was like, actually, it's better if you do them in New Jersey. And I'm like, yes, come to the dark side. And I know we get a bad rap, but it's because we're so awesome.
Oh, boy. We'll also relate it to some things in New York City also.
Yeah, and we want to showcase a lot of things in the tri-state area, because there's lots of things to
horses.
See. But we're also going to cheat a little bit, because some people, the tri-state is New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and for other peoples, it's New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia, and quite frankly, Pennsylvania. I said Philadelphia because I was thinking about the people. Yeah,
near here. Yeah.
And we kind of mess with both. We love going to Connecticut. We love going to Pennsylvania.
We're here now.
We're here now. we've got friends and family there.
It feels like we kind of rapidly went through this, but if there's anything that we missed, we'll definitely try to add it somewhere.
Like make an addendum when it's being edited.
Yeah.
We're like, oh hey, it's been a couple of weeks.
I'd realize like we didn't mention this.
Yeah, we're in the editing bay, BKA this room.
As every road trip begins, Estrella eating the vacation food before we even leave.
Camera. Estrella. Hi. Oh, okay. You're telling us all about your displeasure about this. Huh? We'll see you in a couple of days, buddy. Yeah, we just wanted to hop in here, say a couple of things, make sure you know that we're still here. We're not going anywhere.
No, we're definitely not.
We have so much footage that we need to edit through. So there'll be plenty of videos coming up as we can get through them as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can go back to like maybe at least once a month videos, if not every other week.
Yes.
Because every other week was pretty good for us for a while, and then obviously slowly got
Like
kind of
things
hard.
got in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not big enough to hire an editor, so it's all
Like full-time, yeah.
It's all in house.
Yeah.
We do not have Patreon.
Okay. The camera died.
The camera died.
So
and
we'll wrap up.
This is us going on the fly.
So we could go get Lachlan.
Follow us on Instagram. Make sure the notifications are on. Double check that you're actually subscribed so you don't miss anything. More videos coming. There's a link in the description if you want to buy us a coffee. 2024 is awesome. We thank you for your patience. We love you all so much. And
We'll see you soon.
bye.
Bye.